Ready?
Alright. Harmon Warhol Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol coming back at you again with the Harmon Warhol Show. I brought my friend here, Dialect. He's been my friend for many years since high school. We've been rhyming in the car. We've been fucking smoking tweeds and fucking just getting into mischief and trouble. He's a Stockton local native rapper. He has a project called What I Will out from the clan of Rebel Activity. He has also a project called THIEVES with Braxy, mixed and mastered and produced by Yuck Nasty. This is not only one of my favorite rappers in Stockton, but one of my favorite rappers of all time. I love this dude. Not only can I call him my peer, but also one of my greatest friends. Hey.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Cheers this shit, bro.
That shit, son.
Hey, was that good enough intro, bro?
Yeah,
You did it?
good.
All right, cool,
Thank
bro.
you for having me. Thank you for
so this
having
is
me.
Dialect, man. So we're going to get into you a little bit, but first, let's go ahead and give props to the CERVEZAS, you know what I mean? You got Pacifico, I got Victoria.
It's the same shit, different bottle, basically.
It is actually. They're actually all produced by Corona.
Are they?
Yeah, they're all produced by Corona.
I don't even fuck with Corona, man.
Yeah, but you fuck with what
It's
they
just
make.
a sales pitch. They tricked me.
They tricked you. It all looks the same. They all taste a little different to me personally, but
I like these better.
I honestly think that the logos and the labels make it taste different. You know what I'm saying? Because you think of it different. Like Victoria, you know what I mean? I know you like the Latins, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, so yeah, shout out to Victoria. We're drinking that. Anything about beer, bro? Like, I love beer, bro.
I fuck with beer, man. I'm from England, so we drink a lot of fucking beer.
From England?
I'm not from England, but my family's from England, so I'm very enriched in that culture, and we fucking drink beer.
Is there any reason why they drink beer like
just
that?
Drunks, man.
Just European drunks?
It's just in my bones.
Okay, bro. Well, that's what's up.
Born and raised.
Alright, so shout out Victoria. Send some more, please. And then, so getting on to the next thing is just the art project. I didn't have any real art, so actually Dialect had some art hanging up here, and we're going to go ahead and go through that. And it's actually a favorite piece of mine here in the studio, which I actually sleep in. It's my bedroom.
He does sleep in. Friday, Saturday night, this is his fucking
this
bedroom.
Is my bedroom.
Either that or the living room, one of the other.
You know what I'm saying?
Or the garage. Sometimes
Dialect,
he falls asleep
Dialect
in there
throws
too.
a blanket on me like a real gentleman.
Give him
you know
a pillow
what I'm
and a bottle of water.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, but anyway, here at this piece, the clip will be up. So you got this actually as a gift, right?
Yeah, so my boy Stephen Penn is fucking just one day was at an art show. He collects art and resells it and shit, and copped this one, was thinking of me and fucking handed it over.
Yeah.
Growing up, we held a liked MF Doom. We were into this all, rap dork shit with him. Like, that's how I feel. Like, like if you're a real, like, kind of hip hop fucking, like, underground root shit, like,
you know MF Doom.
You know MF Doom. I got a fucking MF Doom sticker on my car. Like, that's how fucking into it I am, though.
That's okay. So thinking about that, because I didn't even think about this before that, but like MF Doom, why is he such a certain staple? You think?
I think it's because what he represents, man. He's kind of like fucking
mad villain.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. And like he's a man of mystique, and people fucking like that.
Yeah.
Like I was hearing something about him on the radio, how if promoters don't have the money that he was expecting for a show, he'll send in Doom bots or whatever they fucking call them, and then put the mask on.
I heard that Mos Def did it one time.
Yeah, I've seen the footage of it. You hear it, you're like, I know. If you listen to Mos Def, you know what his voice sounds like. And it's like, that's it right there.
And I think that's like, because some people are like, yo, that's so fucked up. But I'm like, it's fucked up if that's fucking Lil Pump or if that's fucking Future doing that. It's not fucked up to me if
you can rap his lines properly, then fucking, I think it's a cool little idea.
Well, I think it's a cool idea, but I don't think I get too mad because he's the mad villain, bro. Like, he's the villain. Like, that's his whole fucking... He wears a mask anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the reason... Yeah, you want to see him and you paid the money, but at the same time, his whole style is about kind of fucking you in a sense. You know what I mean? Like,
I think, personally, I would be pissed off if they sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I went to a show and I'm like, damn, they didn't fucking... It wasn't actually him, I'd be kind of pissed. But, like, if it was Mos Def instead of him, I'd be like, shit, we're getting fucking... He probably gets paid more to do a show than MF Doom does at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's cool.
It's cool, yeah. And then also the Quasimodo thing, I didn't even know... I mean, I know that's Mad Lib. I don't know the context too much of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's real interesting. He also works with Freddie Gibbs. There's a lot of artwork, too. I think they're working on a Cocaine Pinata, too. That's one of my favorite. I love Freddie Gibbs. But, yeah, Mad Villain, motherfucking Quasimodo, Mad Lib, you know what I mean? And that's some real shit written in cold blood with a toothpick.
Yeah, I had a toothpick. I don't know where it went.
But yeah, so that was the art. I don't know who did it. I'm sorry we don't know who did it, but at least shout out motherfucking MF Doom, bro. Motherfucking Madlib.
And shout out to Steven for giving it to me.
Shout out to Steven, bro.
I like gifts.
Yeah, bro.
Gifts.
So this week I'm not actually promoting, well, I am promoting a local artist, but it's not going to be someone else. It's actually going to be Zach. And what I'm going to actually promote is his first project, which is such a big deal to me because I'm part of Rebel Activity as well. Is his first project, What I Will, and it's honestly one of the dopest projects I've ever heard coming out of Stockton. I mean, I know it's biased because I'm from Rebel Activity. I grew up with this guy. I know so much of the context, but just even looking at it at an outside perspective, in my eyes, I look at it and I'm like, yo, the content is real. He's just the technique he uses in his writing abilities. I mean, the reason why it's such a big deal to me too is because I know you from back in the day, and then the raps we make, and I just know the progression, and it's just like exponentially better. You know what I mean? I see myself, I got better. There's a certain mode that you and Yuck Nasty clicked into on this album that's kind of made you who you are today. Yeah. And I think that's a big deal, you know what I mean?
With me and him, we've been working since we were like fucking 18, 19-year-old kids on songs periodically throughout the years.
And how old are you right now?
27?
27?
Yeah. So, I mean, we started out together. Fucking Mike, we started out together. Like, you know, the whole scene of when it started and when we were getting into it and when we were fucking with it and didn't really know what we were doing. You know, I've known Andrew Yuck Nasty since I was in fucking 5th grade. So our chemistry's naturally already there. And then over the years, we've worked with other artists and it's just kind of clicked more with me and him. It's kind of fucking effortless the way we do it. And we've made songs that, you know, that were decent back in the day, but we just kind of reached a point where, like, everything we were making, like, made sense and didn't go to waste. So, What I Will is kind of like a product of that.
Of just cutting all that excess fat.
Yeah, and just learning our process individually, too, and then how we can come together and fucking, I don't really want to work with many other producers then. Well,
especially when you're spoiled with Yuck Nasty. Shout out Yuck Nasty, bro. Shout out Yuck Nasty, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, even though me and you are homies and shit, bro, like, we wouldn't be able to come together as musicians, you know what I mean, in that same aspect without him.
I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Yeah.
As an artist without
without fucking Yuck Nasty with none of this shit. I mean, he's the one bringing forth the Rebel Activity and pushing us to be better. Super critical, and you can hear it in not only his raps and his new shit, but even ours, because he's super critical and not afraid to say how he feels about us. I mean, he wouldn't even say if he didn't believe that we could make those adjustments. You know what I mean? We waste the time.
And that's why we're growing as artists too, is because that fucking brutal honesty too. It's like we're all homeboys at the end of the day. Like, the music is one thing, but like we can come back to it, talk to each other honestly, and we're gonna get better from that point.
Yeah. So go ahead and check out What I Will. I mean, it's honestly is like, watch What I Will. It's on all platforms. I'll have the link. I have it popped up right now. But also go ahead. It's on all platforms: iTunes, Spotify, fucking Tidal, fucking Google Play. Fucking, it's on everything.
MySpace.
And it's really, if you want to know what Dialect's about and like who he is as a person and what he's trying to promote and represent, I mean, What I Will is definitely a good basis to go off of and what from.
Yeah, I feel like with that record, like, fucking my soul is embodied into that project. Like, I just had like a weird fucking unfortunate turn of events that happened before I started working on that record, and I kind of came out of like a really dark place and started working on those songs, and it helped me search within and find who I am as an artist and what I want to project, and you know, like, that's probably like the truest form of what I am as an artist and what I always wanted to do.
What I will.
Yeah. And now I'm just on a completely fucking different level than that shit, you know?
Yeah, because you're experimenting, testing your boundaries, and seeing what it is instead of what comes comfortable all the time. What I see. But just to go back right now, so just tell people about yourself a little bit, where's your family? You said your family's from England.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Stockton. Spent a little time in England. My parents are British immigrants, so they moved over here right before I was born.
Oh, they really?
Yes, really, mate. Really. That's why I'm an alcoholic, mate. Come on. Nah, yeah, fucking, when I was like 20, I moved out there for a little while. Did some soul searching, lived with my grandparents out there. Made friends, fucking had a job, started living my life out there.
What was your job out there?
I worked in a fucking warehouse.
It was rough.
What was it called? Medina's.
Medina's.
It was a shit show.
Shout out Medina's.
I got paid. Fuck them. No. Fuck Medina. I'll say it right now.
Fuck you, Medina's.
Fuck them. They were paying me like £6, 15 cents or some shit.
Nigga, who knows? What's that?
It's
6
not
pounds?
much.
This nigga
It's
said
like,
6 pounds.
It's like
nigga.
$11 an hour.
$11?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, they money's worth more than mine.
It is.
I've never been to Europe, but I've been to Canada, bro. So, I know that's not even close to the same. And I mean, people speak French out there, but like, it's still just different right across that border, bro. So I can imagine just being in Europe and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, England was nice. That job was not nice, though. I fucking hated that shit.
Yeah.
But it was good for me. But, like, I was about to move back, and they fired me the fucking day before my 1 month notice was up. You know? And I'm a hard worker, man. That shit's like...
Very true.
That shit's inside me. Like,
this is definitely one of the... I mean, so you don't have to say it, bro. Like, this is definitely one of the most hardest work. This dude can make 5 songs in one day, bro. This nigga's like the England Tupac, bro. I know that's a hard comparison, but I mean, for real, like one of the hardest... Like, that's why I love working with you, bro. Like I even look at you and Yuck Nasty. Even if you're not my friends, bro, I would still be fans. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed, and I was lucky to be friends with you guys at that time. But I think even if I didn't bump into you guys and just ran to you in the scene, I'd be like, yo, I like these guys.
Yo, we get that a lot, too. Like, people will come up and be like, yo, like, we're homies and all, but, like, I'm actually a fan of your shit. Like, if I've heard that before out of people's mouth. What you just said to me is like, if I didn't know who you guys were, I'd want to know who you guys are. You know? And I think it's because we work so well together. We got that don't give a fuck attitude, but we're just true to ourselves. So like this shit that we're running and saying and doing, like we're actually about, and we fucking do it, and we kind of know what our groove is instead of like riding the fucking new age wave of like what people think is cool. Like we know what is cool. Like our shit, like we're in this shit.
Yeah, your own perspective is what's cool. It's that your own perspective is the bar.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, especially with me and Young Nasty, is like we were kind of raised by older cats too. Like I have 3 older brothers. He has an older brother. We hung out with them. We drank with them. We did our thing with them. So we learned game through them. And now that we're a little bit older, it's like we're kicking that same shit, but from like a kind of like a older perspective. You know what I mean? Like less to prove.
That's why I think I'm kind of different from y'all, because I'm the oldest in my immediate family. That's kind of different.
So I'm the baby
You're the
boy.
baby. So is Drew's the baby boy. Yeah.
But like, and it's like we've learned lessons through them, and it's made us stronger people. And kind of like we fucked around when we were younger, hella bad, but we got out of that phase quicker, I think.
Yeah.
With less fucking scratches on us.
Well, yeah, with less, like, because you guys we already knew what was gonna happen. You know, doing that shit. You know?
Well, we knew if we continued down this way, then we'd end up like that. And I think we kind of focused more on like, what do we love? What are we passionate about? What do we really care about? Let's focus on that and go.
Nigga, shout out Firstborns, nigga. We were the test dummies, bro. I was a test dummy.
Yeah, but you're the test dummy, but you're the favorite too.
I'm the first. No, my sister's the favorite. But I'm more fun. I just say that to all my family. I'm more fun. I'm a good time to be around. Not saying no one wants to be around. You know,
you saying she's not fun, man?
I'm more fun. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I'm more fun. I'm not saying she's not fun. I'm saying Megan's a good time. I like hanging out with my sister too, bro. But I'm a motherfucking good time.
Yeah. Fuck, I learned a lot through my oldest brother, man.
Yeah.
A lot. Through all my brothers. Yeah. All of them, but probably the oldest one, I learned a lot when I was younger through him, because he kind of fucking took care of me. Made me tough, beat my ass a lot, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what being siblings is about.
Alright, so going on to his next project is actually a collective project that he did with another rapper in the area. I'll put his name on there, Braxy. Great guy.
Shout out to Braxy.
Shout out Braxy. It's called THIEVES. It's also, again, mixed and mastered and produced by Yuck Nasty. It was actually a cool time, too. So before you go into it, me and Zach actually were working on some songs or whatever, and then you ran into Braxy.
Yeah.
And you guys got in the stew and were able to get together and bust out a few songs in a row. And they actually started doing this 3 Thieves thing, because it was just their rap styles are very complementary. So like me and Zach, I think we contrast each other.
For sure.
So whatever I don't have, he has, and whatever he doesn't have, I have. You know what I mean? Where Braxy and them, they kind of have similarities. I feel like they have similarities in certain things, but they're still different. But like the way they flow, the way they, you know what I mean? It's similarities that complement each other. They're not the same thing because you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But talk about Three Thieves.
Oh yeah, so fucking like it was last year in like March we dropped What I Will, and I didn't know fucking any of the other rappers on the scene or whatever. I just been making music periodically through the years, nothing too serious, but always was like making songs every couple months, and then it's like as I got my life together, I was able to focus on music more, and fucking What I Will was able to happen more fluently, you know, just getting the fucking equipment, getting my life together. Because for me personally, like, it's hard to focus on music and being a rapper when I'm fucking bummy and ain't got my shit together. And like a lot of people, like I envy them for putting all their fucking eggs in one basket and be like, oh, I'm gonna live this shit, fuck money, whatever, it'll come later. But for me, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be a fucking adult. And I'm gonna figure my shit out so that when I go into the studio, I don't feel like all this pressure is on fucking like breaking out. Cause I mean, come on, let's be real. It's fucking rap music. Like you throw a rock and you'll hit a rapper outside right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you know, let's fucking be real about it.
No, fuck it, bro. Let's talk about that, bro. Cause honestly, bro, like that's one of the questions I was like, what's it like to be a Stockton rapper, bro? Like, how do you feel? Because I know how I feel, but go ahead first, bro.
Well, I really like the scene out in Stockton. Being a rapper is kind of fucking like a weird thing, like, personally. I mean, I think we've even talked about this before. Like, I grew up always wanting to be able to make music and learn how to make music, and I played a little piano, played the guitar, but, like, I just didn't have the natural talent that was there. But I still, like, felt like I had something inside of me. And, like, you know, I wrote, like, poetry. Poetry and shit when I was younger, but I was like, when I found rap, I was like, yo, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Same way, yeah.
You know, and then once I was able to do it, I'm like, let's fucking run with it. But then I also look at it this side as like, you're a rapper. So like when I meet someone, like I don't even bring it up.
I don't even bring it up, bro.
I don't carry myself as a fucking rapper or whatever you think is a rapper.
Yeah. At
all, because to me, like, you're just like fucking portraying this image of what you think it is.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I don't know. My head was never in that.
Yeah,
at all.
Well, like for an example, like just the other day, this girl, she was telling her dad, "Oh yeah, this is my friend Michael, and he does music too, because her dad played guitar. Her stepdad played guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm just like right away, immediately, I'm like, I don't play instruments. You know what I mean? Because I don't. And even though he was still being open minded and being like, oh yo, like no, but what do you do and stuff, I don't even want to bring it up because he has a different perspective of what music is and stuff. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I feel like I'm an artist. I feel like I'm a musician because the way I can use my voice and the way I can fucking, you know what I mean, fucking create.
And you are, but it's just a whole different side of the spectrum.
It's a different side of the spectrum. So I don't even try to bring it up and be in people's face like, oh, I'm a rapper and this is what I do. I mean, that helps and hurt us, you know what I mean? But at the same, because it keeps us realistic, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we should be promoting ourselves more. But at the same time, it's just like, dude, like, it's weird being a rapper, bro, because we're rhyming words together, you know what I mean? But who's rhyming it cooler, you know, or what you like, you know? And I think that's what makes us good rappers, because we try to add more than just fucking being
and there's
rhyming.
just such this weird fucking frame that people put around rappers, too, and it's just like, dude, I don't want any fucking part of that. Like, some of the shit I see on TV, I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to be part of that. Like, it's like ignorance promoted and personified, and I'm like, dude, I don't rap like that. I don't act like that. I'm crazy, but I don't fucking act like how a lot of these people act. So I try to keep it separate, you know what I'm saying? Like when I meet people, or like at my job, like I try not to bring it up. And when it comes up, they're like, you're a rapper? And then I'm like, it's kind of like a weird conversation. It's like, yeah, that's what I do, you know? And then once they hear the music, they understand like, oh, okay, like the way I rap and make music, they're like, oh, it makes sense. But when you say rapper, I'm like, fuck, I don't even feel like I fit in that category of what it is. But it is what I am. Like, I make rap music. I love hip-hop music. I write, record, I love performing, I love everything about it, except for, like, the little stigma behind it. So that's why I don't push it, like, it's like throwing your music at people that maybe aren't fucking trying to hear your shit. Like, I let it be heard by people that want to hear it.
Yeah. And that's what this podcast is about, bro. This podcast isn't for people, for random people. These are podcasts for people who want to know who is Dialect?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who is like, hey, I like listening to him. He said this. I want to know more about him. I'm giving you that platform to show you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, this is who I am, and this is what I will, nigga.
Yeah. so back to what you were asking me about Three Thieves. So it started back with What I Will. Dropped the album, and I'm like fucking hella enjoying it. People are kind of like, people that didn't know I made music were like, not only like, damn, you make music. Your music's actually tight too, like, which was like a really good feeling, because it's like one thing to be like, oh, you make music, let me hear it. You listen to it, and then you're like, whatever. But like, people have come to be like, yo, your shit's actually really good, and I'm like, fuck, I think it's good.
Rap more.
It made me almost feel like I had to like work on it more, even though I was gonna work on it more anyway, you know. But it was just the first record that I put out publicly, which is nice, and it was able to be heard by more people. So we dropped that, and I'm like, next step is like, let's go fucking make friends and fucking, because I want to make music with a lot of people. Like, I've been making music with you for a long time. It's nice to work with people, because you grow with people and individually at the same time. So we went out, we went to Channel Brewery. There was a symposium that night, and then Braxy was on stage just fucking tearing it up, doing his thing like he normally does, fucking running through the crowd, hella energy. Everyone's all engaged. And I was like, that was fucking tight. I recognized him. I'm like, man, weren't you that fucking guy from Masked Avengers? And like, he's just grown. He's hella grown since then. But I was like, yeah, that's fucking him. Anyways, long story short, we went outside, chilling, smoking, and we talked to him. And Andrew was talking to him. I was talking to him. I was like, let's do something. And we made that shit happen.
Bro, I missed out, bro. I could have been the fourth thief, nigga. I wasn't there that weekend. I could have been they were probably talking all this stuff like, hey, bro, we gonna make a project. I could have been right there like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna hear it too. Yeah. Nigga. I was the fourth thief, nigga. I fucked up, bro.
You are the fourth thief. You were in the front of every show anyway.
Yeah. But here's the second question, bro. What's your ultimate goal, bro, with doing, like, now that you've been, like, because before your goal was definitely, because mine's definitely changed from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Because especially after, I'm sure your goals and things you had before your first project to now that your first project's done and everything, like, what's your ultimate goal, like, with doing rap and, like, just making music? Like,
right now, what I'm trying to focus on is my own individual project that I want to put out. I'm doing features and everything on the side. That's what I want to focus on, is just continuing to grow and progress, because I feel like the level that I'm progressing is fucking way worth the effort that I'm putting into it. But my overall goal would probably just be recognized as a successful independent artist. Yeah. Like, I don't need to be, I don't feel like the music that I make is fucking, like, can be advertised or picked up by some big-ass corporation. Yeah. And I've also, like, grown up really respecting underground artists that hustle and work hard for their shit and build it themselves. And it's like, dude, if I can have the full creative control on everything, continue to work with Yuck Nasty and build our own brand and do it like that, then that's what I'm going to do. So, like, I want to be self-sustainable in a sense, to make music and fucking, make money and do it like that.
Rebel activity until infinity, bro. And that's what it is. Like, it's not what the brand can do for you, it's what you can do for the brand. And I think that's why we all put in 100% into it. Because if that brand gets big, we all get to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
And I think we all want to do is just make music at the caliber we want, and to have complete control over it, bro. Like, to have complete say. We don't have anybody coming in and interrupting what the fuck we do, because I know you, I know Drew, and I know me, bro. We do not like people telling us what the fuck to do.
Nah.
And we don't. I know that. That's the one thing. We're all different people, but certain things we're very similar about. I know you don't, like, I mean, unless it's like me or Zach, or not me or Drew or fucking whatever. Somebody saying, like, a creative opinion or something.
Yeah, I care what people think. Like, people that I care about, I care what they think about
but
shit. But
not directing my thought.
Not at all.
Bro, it's that shit. I get mad, bro. Like, when people.
I don't like being told what to do, man. I've just, I don't know, call it arrogance or whatever, but I don't like fucking being told this.
I like just if you tell me to do something, I'll do the opposite just to fucking piss you off. Yeah. Like, honestly, I know I'm a little bit more crazier with it, but like. I think that's one of the things why rebel activity. It's rebel, because the thing is, I think people don't tell us the wrong things to do, the right things to do all the time. I think I have a better idea or a better solution, you know what I mean? For me, you know what I mean? I don't know about anybody else, but I think I've been able to get through not just music but life in general by making my own decisions. You know? And I feel that in our music it reflects that. You know what I mean? The way I rap, I don't even do certain things that Yuck Nasty or you would do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's me and it fits me. And fucking Yuck Nasty knows like, oh, that's fucking him. You know what I mean? You fucking know. Oh, that's
I think one thing that makes it easier too is like, I have a good job. I'm doing good as a person. All of the people in Rebel Activity are doing well outside of music, so it's like we don't have to fucking change and fold to meet this criteria or whatever, this category, because we have to succeed with it. Like, we're already set without it, so we can bring whatever product we want to the table and enjoy that and fucking be original and true to ourselves without having to worry about like, oh, if I don't fucking make it with this, then what's my life? I'm done for. I can't provide. It's like, I'm fucking good.
Side note,
I'm good.
I was YouTubing Dr. Dre shit just randomly and shit. And Dr. Dre actually had an interview and he said like a lot of artists don't know the business of hip hop. And I don't say we know a whole bunch about hip hop.
I don't know shit.
But as far as that, but he's saying like if you don't have that stuff under control, you're not gonna be able to make the purest art. You know what I mean? And because we're able to make our own decisions and have our own influence and have our own, like, we push ourselves even financially. We're able to put up money for equipment or fucking whatever.
It's like slowly building.
The
studio we're in right now.
We're able to, and we look at it that way. That's why we're able to create some of the purest art because nothing else is outside fucking it up or putting pressure. Like how you said, that's a real big thing, bro. Having pressure reflects on your music. That energy reflects in the music. Oh, tremendously. And so, what's next for you? What is something that you're thinking in the future? What's the future? Like, I know we were talking about, what's your ultimate goals? I know that's like the long term, but like, what's the next project? What's the next things that we should be looking out for Dialect?
So, one of the things that I'm looking forward to is the project that you're dropping, Stockton Renegade. Fucking, yep. We did that shit 2 days ago. I was there taking pictures of
fading, bro. These fade fast.
Look at him.
It's fading fast, bro.
Yeah, I'm fucking excited for that. In between, I think the THIEVES record that we made, me and him were just passing songs back and forth, fucking effortlessly, working on shit. Didn't know what was gonna happen with him, and the record that he made has put us closer to a lot of artists in Stockton. So it was nice to work with them and get features on it. That shit's dropping soon, and I'm fucking excited because I got like 4 songs.
5. You got 5.
5 songs.
You got 4 songs. It's like 4. Yeah, it's a 10-song record. And there's like 4 of them is just me and you. Like we got Tea and Coffee, Slumber, Like Whoa, Northside, and then the long song. Well, we're not calling it the long side. We're calling it Mud City Ciphers.
Oh yeah.
Mud City Ciphers. So you're on that one at the end. And I mean, so my project's coming out here in 2 or 3 weeks. Whenever this drops, I don't even know. I ain't letting y'all know. Y'all see some posts on my Instagram. But I'm getting that shit together. We got it all. Everything's done except for the album art that I'm getting ready this week. So that's why I wanted to bring Dialect on here to show who he is and what he is, because he's a main feature on my project. And honestly, these are some of the best verses I've ever heard him do. I mean, the thing is, I would say these are the best, but he has another project after coming out here soon, and he has even some more crazy shit, but he's getting that prepared and ready for you guys. But this one's a beautiful setup to what his project is coming soon. And again, like I said, he's not just my favorite artist in Stockton, but he's one of my favorite artists of all time. He's just the growth that he has. I know you trip out.
Yeah, you were telling me this the other night, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I appreciate you, but I was like, damn, you sure you ain't biased? Like, you sure? But it's like, nah, man.
Bro, like, I listen to everybody, bro, and it's just your content, and I just know your, not your integrity, but your,
intentions?
Intention, and you're just very, it's just, fuck, bro. I know your intentions, I know, it's just that there's another word, bro, like, of you just being real and authentic about it. Like, you know what I mean? And this is you. Like, it's very refreshing hearing an artist being true to themselves. When I hear you, there's no bullshit. Bro, I will say it right in front of this camera and everything. There's some times where I'm stretching bars of who, you know what I mean, whatever, to make a fucking joke or make it something, but that's me. when you rap, bro, that's you, bro. There's no bullshit, no fucking, anything, no extra shit. This is you. You know what I mean? You stay really true to yourself, and I love that, and I enjoy that.
Thank you. Appreciate that shit, man. I do I'm a fucking naturally humble person, and so, like, hearing shit like that, I'm like, come on. I appreciate that. But in all honesty, I do feel like I have an edge on a lot of people, and I feel like it's because, like you said, I am who I am, and I stay true to it, and I fucking work with different things and, create songs that, like, maybe wouldn't say directly is me, but, like, I'm good as an artist. I'm good at finding concepts. I'm good at running flows, rhythms, all that, and I think people appreciate it, and like you said, it's like a breath of fresh air because I'm just fucking true.
Just true. And then so at the end of just to end, let's go ahead and end this, bro, because I think we got a good podcast. What's your overall message? What's the overall message of Dialect and Rebel Activity? What would you say? Well,
Rebel Activity stems from just like that fucking don't give a fuck attitude, and it's also a do give a fuck attitude about shit that matters, because there's a lot of shit that doesn't matter that people fucking waste their lives thinking about and dwelling on. So it's like kind of keep the shit that's important to you close to you, rep that, support that, but also don't give a fuck about the shit that does not matter. That's kind of the rebel mentality for me. And going back to your question, my overall message would just be like, fucking be you, do you, stay true to yourself, build yourself up. Life is a fucking roller coaster of just making yourself better, man. You got the ups and the downs. So my message that I hope people hear in my music is just kind of support, build people up, make yourself stronger, make yourself more confident,
Support the ones who support you, bro.
Yeah, but just, fucking life throws a lot of shit at us and people pretend it doesn't affect them, but it's like that shit makes you stronger, makes you a stronger person, and it's like respect that, learn from it, move forward. So, my message would be like, just be a hard-ass motherfucker.
I love it, bro. I think that's a good way to end the podcast. So, again, go ahead and check out all his music on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Google Play, I don't know any other platforms.
Just don't go on SoundCloud, because, I've boycotted fucking SoundCloud.
Yeah,
fuck SoundCloud, bro. I'd rather get my couple pennies off fucking iTunes and Spotify than be a SoundCloud rapper.
But go ahead and check his music out. One of my favorite artists of all time, man, is a great friend. And again, Harmon Warhol Show. Yeah!